Okay, hey, I'm back again, and I got her all tightened up. I'm thinking while I was doing this. Furniture manufacturers, and I'm sure this wasn't made, it was probably made in China, I don't know. But it's cheaply made. Do you watch, or do your husbands watch shows like the Wood Shop, or I don't know, the woodworking shows, and they're on PBS, or they're on the HGTV or whatever, right? DIY channels. And they show how, the old timers show how to do a tongue and groove, which is one part of the wood is cut in a pattern, okay? And the other side is cut in the opposite patterns. When they fit together, they go like this, and they don't come apart. And makes for good sturdy furniture. If you look in some drawers of older furniture, you'll see where the ends of the woods interlock like that. And I think it's tongue and groove, but it makes for good sturdy furniture. And even if the wood, the glue lets go, you can glue that back together, snap it back together, and it goes right back together, and it's good for a long, long time. This little chair has screws in the back, and it has a little nut that goes up under here that the screw goes into it. Probably done by machine, so they have, so if you go to repair it, you got to put it upside down and hold this and hold that, and get it to go back together. Once it does, it's good. It's sturdy. This is real sturdy. I put some glue in there to reinforce it, and I'm going to take my handy dandy dollar store screwdriver, and this thing, it comes in 4 pieces. The other piece is behind me, but it has a Phillips screwdriver side, a flathead, and then a nice rubber handle, and then this has 2 ends, depending on if you use the larger screwdriver part or the smaller, and it just snaps together. I mean, how cool is that? So I'm going to tighten this other side up. Yeah, it just needs everything else looks really good on here. So when you're out looking for furniture to repair, to redo over, take that in consideration. I probably wouldn't pay any more than $5 for this, because this was a pain in the butt. A couple, 15 minutes or so, I mean, the scratches and that doesn't bother me. I can fix that easy, but repairs, excuse me, my nose is running. Let me find tissue. Hold on. Okay. And I'm back. So, on to the fun part. I've got this up on a box so you can see. I'll turn this. I thought about this little chair, and I thought about this little chair, and I'm like, what did I want to paint it? And I want it to be neutral, so that a little boy or a little girl can enjoy it. And I wanted something so if like a grandparent picked it up and they had it in their home for a special little reading spot, or a little timeout spot, or just a little place for their grandchildren to sit, that it would fit in with their decor. Because let's face it, plastic furniture, while very sturdy and easy to clean, doesn't always go with everybody's decorations and decor. Also, I wanted this to be neutral, so if somebody who buy it has a little, say they bought it and they have a little boy, and then they got a little girl coming up right behind the little boy, that they can keep it through, all their children, and at least through 2 children, and it would still be, it's not pink, it's not blue, so What other color? Be my honey. So creamy yellow, and I am going to do a little distress on top of it. And I got my handy dandy chip brush. This is a 2-inch chip brush. I also have, and it's well worn, I need to get new ones, 1-inch chip brush. I think I'm going to start with that one to get in around the spindles. So let's see if we can get you on the, we can get such a, I want you straight into the mirror or into the window there. It snowed here last night. So, and it is quickly melting. The sun is out today. Woohoo! So maybe, hopefully, this will be the last snow of the season. We can get on to springtime. So, all right. I apologize. I have a small room in which to work, and okay, we can do that a little bit. So, trying to get this camera angle down is, I'm still messing with it. So, anywho, for these spindly parts in the back, just take, if it's round, you want to go around. If it's flat, you want to go back and forth. So, the flat parts, I'm going to go like this. And I'm using the chip brush because it's going to give me that imperfect look. It's not smooth. So I want some of the brown to come through. I want it to look a little distressed and beat up because children will be using this. And they crawl over, all over the, kids, they crawl up there. They don't sit nicely, let's face it. So they got a book, they got buckles on their shoes, or, they got cookies and crackers and all kinds of good stuff. So, you know what, if you start off with a little bit of a distress piece, it's all going to blend in. So, there we go. So I'm going to get this started. So this is Be My Honey. It is from Junk Monkey Paint Company in Ligonier, PA. They hand make all their own paints in-house. And this is their chalk paint, which I love because, there's no prepping or sanding. This wasn't even real dirty, to be honest with you. So I just started painting it. But, Krud Kutter, if you get a piece and it has it's been sitting in a basement and it's got a lot of dust and dirt on it, pick up some Krud Kutter at Walmart. It is back and in the home improvement section. It's not in the cleaning section. My camera just froze up. Okay, Krud Kutter. You don't like this thing? Ooh, wait. Let's move us a little bit. Alright. I have like a spot. Give me a minute. Alright. There we go. My Wi-Fi doesn't like a certain spot in this room. So, I have to look up, it's slow. Alright. Let's get us situated again. Alright, there we go. I'm just going to have to do this on the floor. Let's move around. Anyways. Get some Krud Kutter, as I was saying. Found at Walmart back, it could be somewhere around the paint section. There's Krud Kutter for glossy and a regular Krud Kutter. Say that real fast. Krud Kutter, Krud, Kutter. And look back in the paint section is where you're going to find it. And it is awesome for getting. I've even used it for tough jobs around my house, real dirty areas around my house that needs attending to. So it's about $6 a bottle. It's a spray bottle, so, but it's worth it. You can also use, if you're looking for something a little less expensive, if you're just getting started, Awesome. There's a product that's called Awesome. You can get it at the Dollar Tree. Dollar General might have it, and it's only like $1, and it's a decent cleaner too. I have used it on many things, so especially a little more light cleaning. A lot of people have recommended that brand as well. So I'm just going along here. I'll show you here in a minute. Get in the back of this little chair. And so as I was saying, the chip brushes, if it's another tool that I like, you can get them Walmart, Lowe's, Sonia Shop, the Junk Monkey Paint Company, online, Amazon, Harbor Freight, any of those kind of places. You can get them. Harbor Freight sells them by the bulk in a box. I'm not sure if they sell them individually. I'll have to check next time I'm there. But these brushes run from like 50 cents up to $1. Very inexpensive. It gives you that old-timey, distressed look. So, because the brushes are designed in a way that it's not giving you full coverage, and that's what you want. That's exactly what you want. All right, now what else do I need to tell you? This little chair, when I'm done with it, is going to Saturday's Treasures in Mount Pleasant, PA. I am booth 10018. And the plan is to update at least once a week, to go in and check on it, move some things around, add things if I need to. This is a new adventure for me. I want to start my own business, and my husband and I has been talking about it for a long time, and you gotta start somewhere. So it's somewhere where we both can sell things we make, because we both make items. He does blacksmithing. He's getting into some stained glass and leather work. I like to do painted furniture, upcycling, some jewelry, but that's a endeavor. I don't know. I like doing it, but it's not something I want to do all the time. I would rather put my efforts into this kind of stuff. So I like doing it for myself mostly. I'll sell a little bit, but not a whole lot. The jewelry market, I've said this before, is everybody's making jewelry. Everybody's doing it. And I tell you, and just from learning from friends of mine, they've been doing it for quite a long time. And they are like really fantastic at what they do. But they have been, like anything else, you know, to get proficient at it, they've been working at it at a long time. And it's small jewelry. To have anything unique, uniquely yours, small pieces of artwork, quite frankly. You know, it's not as easy as it looks. I mean, yeah, you can put beads together and things like that. But if you want something that's totally uniquely yours, it's tough. But there's so many techniques and ways of doing it too, which is fun. It's fantastic fun. I mean, if you want to do something just to how to put it, relax and enjoy. You need, you know, projects to do in front of the TV. You're not a crocheter or a knitter, which is great things to do in front of the TV. You know, this is a fairly good way of expressing yourself, making gifts for other people, and you know, you can make a little money off of it. It's just a competitive field. That's what I'm trying to say. It's very competitive. You go to any art show, any craft show, any vendor show, you're gonna see a lot of jewelry makers. It's just tons and tons of people out there doing it, and not everybody's doing the same thing. So it's very competitive, and you got to stand out in the market, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So I'm not quite an expert there. I'm learning though. So anyways, back to my store. So I'm doing painted furniture, and I'm going to do some artwork. My flow paintings, I had stuck some of them in there, and some frames that I had reclaimed and painted down. So they're all totally, well, the artwork's done on new canvas, but they're framed in frames that, you know, you find them things everywhere. Find some really, really pretty, beautiful frames too, to put your artwork in. And, you know, sometimes, depending on what you're doing, I mean, you can get a high quality frame with a print in it. The print's not worth anything. The frame's worth more than the print. Take the print out and put your own artwork in there, and you'd have something quite substantial. So, and if you go and paint it to match your artwork to go along with it, and you know, I mean, why not? And get together with somebody who can mat your artwork, and put that, you know, everything together. And I tell you what, you get some good, beautiful pieces. You see something, you can make something, and it looks good, and you're enjoying it, and then you put it in a frame, and you get that person who knows how to get that matte color, even you, to match your artwork and the size, and boom, that's like putting it over the top. And it's something somebody's going to say, yep, I want that in my living room, or I want it in my kitchen, or whatever. So yeah, so that's, I'm going to learn how to, I just saw some, I framed mine, I just put them in the frames. They weren't expensive frames, and they look nice under glass. And my next step in my learning process is to definitely mat, put the mat, which is like the frame around the frame, you know, the mat in front and inside the that goes around the artwork, and it just shows it off even more, adds that little bit of a dimension. So, but yep. I'm moving right along here in this little chair. And it's nice. The sun is coming out. And I'm apologizing. I'm bending down and you can't see me. But I'm going to show you here in a minute. not finished, but you're going to get the general idea. And then when I'm finished, bring them on camera. Hi, Linda. I know. I lost my spot and my camera wasn't working with the Wi-Fi where it's set up, so I just gave up and put the chair on the ground. But I'll show you here in a minute where I'm going. It's not going to be perfect, but let me get a few more little slips of paint on here. Alright. Alrighty, so let's see here. I could do this in my lap. Okay. Brownie Frownie to Be My Honey. You get it? There we go. Yellow, so it's not perfect yet, but this is the general idea. And I won't be finished. I got some really adorable, I can do this in my lap, owl stencils at Michael's this weekend. So what says little boy and little girl more than little owls? So that's what I'm doing. One of these days I'm going to get set up with a nice table and where I can put these pieces up so you could see them. So today it was just not working out. I had it good, and then it's just not working out. So, but basically I'm doing is putting my paint on. And there we go. So I'm going to finish that. And then, thank you, Linda. And then I'm going to take, I get these Valspar paints. They're color samples. And I find these at Lowe's. And I think they're $2 something if you buy them full price. If you get the color sample, they're like $2 and some change. I got this for 75 cents on the Oops rack, where somebody either like this particular color, like they didn't sell it in this can or whatever, or somebody had it mixed up and they didn't like it. I don't know. All I know is I find it there, and it's 75 cents, and you get 7.7 ounces. So that's not bad. And this one's a creamy, let me see it. It's got a little dry around here. It's a creamy white. So I'm going to dry brush this over the yellow, and then I'm going to sand it down a little bit, and then I'm going to add my stencil to it. So, hi, Star. So I'm painting a rocking chair. I just showed Linda. So that's what I'm doing today. So I will post pictures when I'm done. I hope I'm enjoying my last day of my spring break. I go back to Lunch Ladyland tomorrow, and hopefully I will have some other things this week. So have a fabulous day. See y'all. Bye.